what they've been doing with the media between the both of them. Conor has the best mouth.
Be able to share it over
he's
to
the most trash talker.
Yeah,
but it won't do him any good in the ring. It's going to be Floyd, man.
You think Floyd's going to take him out? I think. I think he probably will. The only concern that I have is that if he can stay away from this guy, because I think this guy, Conor, packs a pretty good punch. Is that right? He's a pretty good. I mean, if he can hit him, it only takes one punch to knock a sucker out.
True, but Floyd has been deemed as the best defensive fighter of any generation.
Yeah, he's the greatest dancer, as Sister Sledge would say in the song. He's the greatest dancer. He knows how to dance in that ring. He can dance away from it.
Right.
But again, if he cuts that ring off on him, one slug to the jaw, good night.
Well, I think it's still going to go to Floyd. I mean, the thing about it is, with McGregor, I hope he doesn't relapse into his MMA. So I don't see him start kicking out of it.
Yeah.
Oh, of course, that's a done deal.
Yeah, that would take him right out. So I think, listen, there's a lot of money on the line.
Oh, yes.
And if he can stick to the rules, meaning Conor, and if he can last... Well, see, here's my concern. My other concern is Mayweather is not really a knockout punch guy, is he? I mean, does he pack a real mean punch?
I've always been impressed by his defensive skills, but from the standpoint of knocking out, see, that I'm not familiar with. I mean, I don't really, when I hear or talk about with other people, other guys and gals about Floyd, knockout never comes into conversation.
Exactly. So I think you're going to have to knock this guy out. Otherwise, I think Conor might have a shot.
I don't know, but yeah, he has a shot in his ass.
Laura Rice says, agree. Ugly shirt day. It is ugly ass shirt.
Oh, it's up?
Yeah. It's
you on YouTube?
Yeah, YouTube and Facebook. Should be on Facebook right now. Yeah.
I get the notification with Facebook.
Yeah, you don't get a notification when you share it from YouTube to Facebook.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, you know how these companies are. They're not going to be
territorial.
Yeah, man. So I'm getting a chat from Laura on YouTube right now. Let me do a split screen here so I can see both. Yeah, baby. And Laura Rice
shirt, baby.
Yeah, it's pretty ugly. Laura sent me a message, and I think you were on that message, about this guy who, I guess his girlfriend kicked him to the curb, and he did a GoFundMe. He's trying to raise $8,000.
I'm sorry, how much again?
$8,000 to take her. She's never been outside of St. Louis, and he wanted to take her to another city. Where are you going, to Europe? Damn. 8 G's? A G note will give you a pretty good time. Take her to Chicago, or I don't know, shit. But $8,000, you must have really screwed up.
Yeah, she caught you with another woman or something like that.
Yeah, man, butt naked, bucket naked.
But we say in the street back in the day, bucket booty hole naked.
Yes, sir. So he's in big trouble. Now I can't help him out.
Hells no.
I mean, I've screwed up in my day, but damn. I never went to my friends and said, hey, man, can you hook me up with a couple G's so I can get out of trouble at home? I would be too embarrassed to even admit that,
Oh, man. Now, let me tell you, I see the shirt. That's not that bad. I've seen worse. That's not that bad.
Well, that makes me feel better then.
Well, great. It should.
See, that's what real friends are for.
Yeah.
You're already stroking the ego. You're making me feel better. And I appreciate that. That's a real friend, folks. Chris Bates is beyond just a guy a guy that hangs out with you on the radio, Yo.
Man, you a poet and don't even know it.
You know. Don't you know? Don't you know?
You and these musical references, man.
You know.
I'm hip.
But anyway, thank you, man. I appreciate that. Those
not a
kind
problem.
words.
That's a good
You're being very kind. This is an ugly butt shirt.
No, dude, you are in style compared to what ugly ass shirts I've seen, man. At least your color scheme is good. That was like light blue and then blue stripes. I mean, that's not too shabby.
Yeah. I guess.
I see. Okay, let me real quick. If you go to Power of Voices on YouTube and the live chat's happening, and here comes Laura Rice saying Chris Bass is stroking more than your ego. See, that's nasty.
She's a shit starter. You know that.
No, she really is. I mean, but
really.
That's nasty behavior.
You know, Laura Rice, either get on the Source Connect or call in so we can jack you up. You need to be jacked up. You haven't been jacked up in a while, so come on in there and get a spanking real quick.
Well, she might like that. So
I know.
Right ahead, sir.
I think she does.
Yeah.
I think she's like that.
You get a paddle too?
Mm-hmm. Red ball and some duct tape.
Oh, duct tape, right? She ain't going nowhere.
Yeah, that's
so you ain't going nowhere. Right?
Hey, man, I think she probably would be cool with that.
I have a feeling she would.
Laura,
but you do it.
No. You're in Chicago. I'm not. I can't do that.
That doesn't mean I have to see her.
Oh, she says, I'm at work. I can't call in.
Oh, okay.
Take a break. Take a smoke break. Go out in your car and give us a call. Call in so we can spank that yas.
Oh, you go ahead, man, please. That's a lot of yas to spank. You know how your hand will be broken. I'm telling you, that's a lot of yas to spank. No, we do too.
I love Laura. Ass. You can't.
No, she'll tell you.
Yeah, you're right. She's gonna kill you.
No, it's true. Look, when you have a show called, Full Body Frequency, it's big bodied women. Nothing wrong with that.
Right.
So you're a big proportion in certain areas.
Yeah, that's true.
So I'm not saying anything out of pocket.
No. But
it's her yes. She knows it's big. So come on now. So you can't be a double standard.
Would you say it's a boom shaka laka laka laka?
Well, put it like this: with that type of boom shaka laka shaka laka shaka laka shaka boom, you need a lot of orange juice and definitely work out because you about to be in it. You about to get a workout in soon.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
You got to work out, man. I'm telling you, it's not for the punk at heart.
I think you better stop while you're already in a deep hole, at least 6 feet deep. So you might want to just, before they start pouring the dirt in on you.
All right, okay. It's
be taking a dirt bath.
Okay, it's probably knee deep, so I'll stop.
Yeah.
Well, let me say on a separate note. The conversation with you and your sister B was great, man. That was
Thank you. I got your
sweet
voice message, by the way. Thank you.
Yeah.
Very kind words. She's a character, isn't she?
Yeah, and get this. She reached out to me on Facebook. We're Facebook friends now.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Damn, B, I didn't know you knew how to do that.
She did it.
For old geezer? I can talk shit now. She ain't on the phone.
She on the phone, right?
Oh boy, I'm cruising for a bruising.
Oh man.
Yeah, I love my sister.
Now you look. Like I said before, you oddly love each other. Obviously, you're fond of each other.
Yeah.
Great memories. I mean, that was a very sweet program, man. Very sweet program.
Yeah. I didn't think she was going to answer the phone, quite frankly, because I don't think she recognized the number and probably thought it was some spammer or somebody trying to sell something. But hell, when I call from my cell phone, sometimes she won't answer. She goes, I don't feel like talking to him.
Well, see,
she was more talkative than I've seen her in a long time. Usually,
I thought she was always like that. She's not.
No, not on the air.
Okay, not on the air. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
What the hell is this?
Not bad.
getting this thing from Verizon here. As a part of an unlimited package, introducing Beyond Unlimited. How you gonna go beyond unlimited? What the hell are y'all talking about?
It's already unlimited, right?
Yeah. This plan has all the benefits of your current plan, plus increased to 15 gigs of hotspot usage at the 4G LTE speed. You know what, Verizon? Y'all are killing me. So how much is it going to cost? Come on, cut through the chase.
Right.
Verizon Office Awards. They changed the whole system. I had like 83 million award points, and now they changed the whole damn system. So all of my points that I had are now gone. That's jacked up. Really?
Yes, it is.
You should have transferred that over into the new system and give me the value of whatever I've already paid for. But see, this is how they jack you, man. Thank you, corporate America. And because you've been with us from the beginning, we're upgrading your plan to include Beyond Unlimited benefits at no additional cost. Well, thank you very much. Just do it, damn it. Stop sending me these emails that don't make damn sense.
Right, I'm hip.
Just, give me I almost said it. Give me a tweet that's not fake news. And that's all I need,
Okay. See, you're referencing, back to 45 again.
I didn't say nothing about him.
No, you didn't, but those phrases are associated with him.
Well, that's true, because one of my Facebook friends, I sent out this thing, this video of a congressional member says when Congress is back in session, he's going to file an impeachment towards, what's his name? And so apparently one of my friends, he disagrees with that apparently, and he sent me a letter says, "Hey Lee, I think you're a nice guy. I like you, but
here it comes, big old
butt." But then he went into the whole thing about the Nazis, and he called them rednecks, and they are. That's true, and I agree. And this particular individual is from Virginia, my home state, and I lived there for the first 23 years of my life, so I know the girl. I know her well, and I still have family that lives there. Okay. And Virginia has its problems. Some people say it's like the Mason-Dixon line that divides the North from the South, but it is very southern. And there were slaves in Virginia. I mean, America's history started in Virginia when the original ships landed there in that area. Williamsburg, Yorktown, Jamestown, and that area up in the James River. They had to come in through the Atlantic Ocean into the Chesapeake Bay, up into the James River. I spent a mini day out there fishing and crabbing. I didn't do the clamming. I didn't clam dive and all that kind of crazy. But anyway, I responded to him and was very nice and everything, saying that basically I agree with you on some points, but what bothers me most about this dude is the fakeness of him, the promises that he's promised, and he's not going to be able to live up to it. And more importantly, his own party is turning on him now. Yes, Laura, I know I'm in trouble. But hell, if I wasn't in trouble, I wouldn't be. I wouldn't know what to do.
She also says she'll call you shortly.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I'll believe that when I see it.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah, she's not going to call, man. She don't want to come in.
No, man.
In the lion's den.
She don't have the chutzpah. She don't have the chutzpah or the heart. She can't. She won't do it. She'll use that excuse about working and not getting a break.
That's right. I know her well. But we love you, Laura. We love you.
Oh, yeah.
You're a part of the cast of characters.
For you.
That's right.
Nothing but love for you.
That's right. Understand it. Let's see now. Let me go over to Facebook. see if there's some comments over there, because those comments that we are referring to are coming from YouTube this morning, because that's the original feed, and then we're sharing it over to Facebook. So a lot of our friends are probably not even aware. Let me send out a note. Let me send out a little message here real quick, so we can wake up our audience, because they generally wait until they get the notification. But listen, even if you don't get the notification, come in and check us out anyway. Okay.
Speaking of waking up, where's Carol at?
I don't know. She's playing hooky again today. She said something. Okay. Yesterday, she was waiting for the exterminators to come in to kill the ants.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
And today, she said something about her sister, something going on there. So she said, I might be able to make it, but I'm not sure. I can't do her. I don't know why. I can't get her voice thing down.
You hang out with her a lot.
I know. Now, maybe it's just not in my
down, Pat.
Yeah. Maybe it's just not in my register, you know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. We are live now. Oh boy. All right.
Really? Is there going to be a fight this weekend or something?
Well, yes, there's going to be a fight this weekend.
Who's fighting?
Mayweather and Conor.
Who are they?
They're boxers. It's going to be held in Las Vegas, and you can get it on your cable company. I'm sorry?
Why are they fighting?
They're professional fighters. They fight for money.
Well, do they hate each other, or
no? They actually love each other. They go out and drink beer together, and but they're just doing the man thing, and they're doing a professional fight to get paid.
Why would they fight? I don't understand.
I can't explain it any other way.
No, Lee, listen. If they go out and have some beers, and they're around each other having jokes and, I don't know, doing man stuff, it just seems as though that you wouldn't want to get into a fight with that person. Why would you fight with it? I don't understand that.
Well, some things, I guess, other Carol, you're just never going to understand.
I don't get that at all.
Well,
how old are these men fighting? I mean, between 18 and 80?
Oh, definitely. Yeah, they're in your age bracket. That you would probably date both of them at the same time.
Oh, and they're physically fit because they're fighting, right?
That's right. They're all buffed up. Hard muscles. Tight chests, tight butts. They got it all going. Everything that you like.
Oh. Yeah, that sounds nice. Don't touch me, though. They can't touch me.
Well, you need to continue to go to therapy, because you really got issues.
No, I don't. I'm trying to work them out. What do you mean?
Well, you don't like people to touch you, but you're always talking about being romantic and stuff. But in order to be romantic, you got to be able to have people touch you. You can't do this through osmosis.
No, it's possible. Look, if I'm lying down on my back, for example, and I have somebody doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to get into it that much, especially with you. Anyway, if I'm laying down on my back,
yeah,
and I got my legs spread out, and the guy is doing his thing.
Yeah.
You know the position you have when you do push-ups?
Yeah.
Okay, do push-ups. Don't touch me, though. Please don't touch me.
Well, okay.
Yeah, let him do all the work. I do all the work. I'm laying there. I'm giving him, some great stuff down there. That's gold.
Okay.
That's all right there.
Well, let me ask you a question. When you have sex, do you have the cats in the room?
Sometimes. I don't have two live crew because he's a freak.
He wants to join in?
Yeah, he wants to make it a threesome, and I can't have that. That's disgusting.
That's pretty. Yeah.
Now I like animal porn, but not like that. No. Yeah, one time, when a guy was doing push-ups on me, Two Live Crew was already in the corner watching, and I looked at him, and he just had this little, I don't know, freaky deaky look on his face. Mm-hmm. He kept licking his lips, and that's Velcro.
Yeah, maybe it's just taking, note, and when he's all cut up, so I guess girlfriends are out for him. See, what? I have problems with the idea of neutering and spading your pets. I understand why, but, damn. I remember my first toy poodle. His name was Scuffy. It wasn't mine. We bought it for my daughter, Sarah. Mm-hmm. And I went out of town to a convention or something, and I got a call from my wife, and she said, well, we had to take Scuffy in to remove his balls. I said, what? Why? Well, because toy poodles have a problem, and, they say it would cause cancer. I said, come on. Leave my boy's balls alone. What are you guys, nuts over there? No, don't do that. Oh, it's too late. We did it already. What? I was upset, man. He was still a puppy.
No. Yeah, but, we don't need for animals to keep procreating because the world is, popular, and too many, people and animals. And I love animals. I told you I have Fatso and Two Live Crew for my cats. I love cats and animals, but if they were to go out and, start procreating, it's just too much.
Well, but okay, so if we did that to every animal, eventually the breed, the bloodline will die off. That's just like if all black people stop having babies, eventually there'll be no black people in the world. So I look at it the same way.
Yeah, but black people have sex too much for me. I don't.
Well, anything is too much for you. You got issues.
Yeah, man, just there's too much sex. I was going around banging everybody.
Do you know the song? What's her name? Julie Michaels. She's got a song called "I've Got Issues." You need
is that a relative of yours?
No, we're not related. We just have the same name. But she's got a song that I think you really should listen to.
Somebody. And what's the name of the song? What's the name of the song again?
I've Got Issues.
What are you trying to say, Lee?
You got issues.
I don't have issues. You have issues.
Well, we all have some kind of issue. No question
you have
about
issues
that.
more than me. No. Now you're getting me upset.
Well,
you have more issues. Lee,
what?
When we go out, don't I try to fix you up with some ladies?
Yeah.
Some lady friends and everything else? You turn them down.
Well, but no,
Lee,
it's not that I
try
turn
to
them down.
hook you up with prime poontang, and you don't want to take advantage of it.
No, because I wasn't interested in them at that time. I went to the concert in question here you're talking about, and it was a nice concert. It was Brian McKnight. It was good music, and there was a bunch of ladies there. I assumed they were, not attached to someone. Yeah, they were coming in groups, like 6 deep. But I just, I went there to enjoy the concert. It was a nice outdoor thing, and that's all I was interested in.
But Lee,
so when I'm ready to get back out there and start dating and stuff, I know how to do that. So I'm
Lee,
not ready.
I know you've been married 7 times, and you may feel that. Okay, well, I'm trying to give you a break, but I thought that that maybe you're kind of gun shy to go out and see women again.
Yeah, I'm not ready.
I think you're ready. No, you're ready.
I admire women. Don't get me wrong. I'm not flipping the script or anything. I'm just listen. At my age, I'm trying to enjoy the rest of my life, have a good time, help people out. Because when you get into a relationship, it eats up a lot of your time. And
you think so?
Yeah. Oh, definitely. If you're gonna make it work, you got to put time into it. That I know.
You're probably right about that, Lee. I can't really deal with anybody, especially if they touch me.
Well, I hope that you can overcome that at some point. And
I don't want that. No, but look, Lee, I'm telling you, you need to go out and okay. If you
why are you worried about me? I'm good.
No, because we're friends.
Yeah,
we do things together. You come over to my house and fix crap. You know, you like my cats, and so I figure I try to help you out.
Okay, but I know.
All right. Well, okay. When was the last time you got some, Lee?
Oh man, it's been a minute.
When was the last time you got laid, Lee?
I don't know. I can't remember. It's
you
been
don't know,
It's been
Lee?
a while. Yeah, it's been a while.
Do you remember how to do it?
Oh yeah. That it's like riding a bike. You don't forget that.
Well, that's true. Yeah, right. Yeah.
When was the last time you had sex?
I don't want to talk about that right now.
Oh, of course you don't. See, you
right.
want to put me on Front Street, but you don't want to answer questions. That's not right.
No, I'm just saying, Lee. No, you need to get some. And, you're probably backed up, and you get you a woman, you'll be just fine.
Well, I'm probably not as backed up as you are. So
I'm not that backed up. I'm just saying, don't touch me. That's a whole different conversation.
Yeah, well, you say okay. You need an acrobat.
Well,
shit. You need a guy flying on the trampoline. I can't help you.
Okay, what's we want to do this weekend? We're gonna go and get Lee laid.
No,
we're gonna get you a woman.
Don't get involved.
You're gonna pretend like it's a bicycle and get back on and start riding it.
Oh Lord, let me see what Laura's saying. You woke up the dead here again.
Hey, how you doing, Laura?
Oh boy. Don't love me.
I like Laura. She's good people. I like Laura.
Yeah, she is good people. Carol is gonna kill the other Carol. Yeah, she's gonna put her through that window and pull her back through.
No.
And pissing her drink.
Yeah, see, Carol
Lord.
will do things like that. I look. We're almost similar in our behavior patterns, and I know she'll take a piss and whine and stuff like that.
Oh Lord!
I just won't accept it, and I won't go near windows with her, and I won't have her touch me.
Well, I have a video here. Someone sent me. It's from Catfish Cooley. Added a new video. Redneck explains how we what? Let's see. Let me go to it in a big screen here. How we can get along.
Well, howdy, fuckers. How the hell y'all doing? It's Catfish Cooley here, and today we're going to talk about diversity. We have Democrats. We have Republicans. We got people that ride motorcycles. Some of them sports bikes. Some of them's cruisers. Hell, sometimes it could be a motherfucking moped. We got tons of different races in this country. Of all colors. Lots of people enjoy beer. Do they all drink the same type of beer? Fuck no. Do we all eat the same type of ice cream?
Hang on a second. Let me back it up just for you.
Okay.
All right. It might create an echo for you, though. Let's see.
Well, howdy, fuckers. How the hell y'all doing? It's
You hear him now?
Catfish Cooley here. Today we're going to talk about diversity. We have Democrats. We have Republicans. We got people that ride motorcycles. Some of them sports bikes. Some of them's cruisers. Hell, sometimes it could be a motherfucking moped. We got tons of different races in this country. Of all colors. Lots of people enjoy beer. Do they all drink the same type of beer? Fuck no. Do we all eat the same type of ice cream? Well, shit, no. Do some people like chocolate milk over strawberry milk? Well, fuck yeah. They make lots of different kinds of cigarettes. You got people that play PlayStation, you got people that play Xbox, you got people that have iPhones, you got people that got fucking Samsung phones. The GPS systems, they got TomToms, they got fucking Garmin. Some people like flying in planes. Others enjoy driving in fucking cars. We have people that go to college and we have people that don't fucking go to college. Some people like fucking fat girls. Some people don't like fucking fat girls. Some people like fucking skinny girls. Some people don't like fucking skinny girls. I bet y'all didn't know this. There's more than one motherfucking football team in this world. Some people prefer Chevrolet. Some people prefer Ford, Dodge, Toyota, Nissan, fucking goddamn Mitsubishi, if you will. You got people that play tennis that talk shit about ping pong. Besides the running, it's pretty well the same damn game. And weightlifters, Lord have fucking mercy. You got powerlifters, you got bodybuilders, you got CrossFit. It's all lifting motherfucking weights. We have religious people, we have non-religious people. We got people that like scary movies and hate scary movies. Some people like Coke. Some even like fucking Dr. Pepper or Sprite or Fanta or any other drink you could imagine. Some people enjoy hunting, others thinks that it's the devil. Some people like snakes and others kill them with fucking shovels. Some people love me and some people hate me. But that's so fucking K too. I think about the honest thing that people really got in common in life, no matter where you're at in the entire world. We can all agree that we like fucking. It don't matter if you're gay or not. If you got a dick, you probably like getting it sucked. And if you got a vagina, you probably like sticking stuff in. Are you ready for this? It's fucking okay. It is great that the world is different and we don't all like the same damn thing. If we were all exactly the same, this would be the most miserable fuckhole you can imagine, launching a space shuttle, too. You ever seen that movie Footloose where they didn't want them to sing and dance? Everybody running around, moping around was fucking jerks. That's the world we would live in, folks. If a motherfucker is walking down the road, they've been walking for 13 miles, ain't seen shit, their Chevrolet broke down, and here comes a Ford coming down the road. And they stop and say, hey, bud, you need a ride? You gonna say, oh, no, you driving Ford? No, you gonna hop your happy ass in it. And when you see somebody that happens to be a different skin color than you, fucking don't throw rocks at them, talk to them. You may both like playing PlayStations, or you may even like...
I'm going to go to the end of this and see what the climax is of it. Let's see.
Okay.
Let's see here.
17, and they're still doing the Hatfield McCoy shit. Y'all share this one, because I think some people need to hear that it's okay to be different. You can still fucking like somebody if they're a little bit different than you. With that being said... y'all be cool and stay classy, by God. If nobody else loves you, Catfish Cooley does. Y'all be safe now.
Damn. Catfish Cooley. That
howdy, fuckers. How the hell y'all
Wait
doing?
a minute. Shut up. I don't want to hear you no more. That thing has been viewed over 44 million times.
Man, good
So evidently, I'm assuming it's been around for a minute. Well, it's January 17th of this year. Wow. Catfish got it going on, huh? He figured it all out.
You can get more real than that.
Yeah, right?
I got to echo again, so you might have to do something on your end.
In order for me, you guys come up on the same module, so that's the problemo. But yeah, there's Catfish Cooley. Apparently, he's been around for a minute. It's been shared 892,393 times.
Amazing.
Yeah. Yeah, it is pretty amazing. But you know what? With a bit of humor in what he was saying there, there's a lot of truth to the differences. You know, people like and don't like, but at the end of the day, we're all human, and we need to coexist, get along, figure out problems, come up with solutions. And stop, stop the hate, man. The hate's got to go.
Well, we're more alike than dislike. I mean, we're more in tune to a lot of commonalities. And yes, there are some differences. That's what makes it cool. But when you have people who just, exalt themselves and say that my race is better than your race, or different conversations, over the years, I would try to argue my point, or I would walk away. And it only happened maybe 6 times for me in different situations where you get in the conversation between slavery and the Holocaust. And then there's always 1 or 2 people who want to say what our people went through was more than what your people went through. No, death is death.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, can we agree on that much?
Yeah.
And some people say, no, well, my people, don't get me wrong. Everybody suffered on both sides. So I'm not trying to out-suffer your people between my people. I mean, our people died for just us having a conversation right now.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. Some people just, get on my nerve. That bothers me when it's especially with certain religions, my God is bigger or better than your God. I don't like that, man. It's just not cool.
Yeah. Why is it that some people... Well, no, I can't talk about that. See, I'm resisting. I'm going to be good today. Why are you
resisting?
I'm resisting going down this dark path talking about Boo Boo the Fool, I ain't going to do it.
Well, look, last I checked, it's the Lee Michaels show, so go ahead, have at it.
Yeah, but I'm trying. Here's the thing. No, I can't even talk about it. Because
you want to talk about it.
I want to talk about it, but I told you I wasn't going to talk about it. Actually, I said I wouldn't talk about it on Tuesday. It would be No Trump Tuesday.
Lee, you don't have to throw in lawyer speak. Just talk about it.
It's not lawyer speak.
Let's see. I said Tuesday. Today's Thursday. So yeah, technically I could go on and talk about it.
Well, yeah, because, I did say a couple of shows ago that what I said, we wouldn't talk about it on Thursday, or was
Wednesday
it Wednesday
and Thursday?
Wednesday and Thursday, though. I was drunk. I must have been. Shit. Ain't no damn way. I cannot go 2 days.
Because Carol was here, of course, and Carol was not going to be here on Wednesday. And you said, okay, we'll do it Wednesday and Thursday.
Yeah, well, she wanted to be here, but she ain't here. So,
for today. So there you go. See, there's your out.
Yeah.
You don't need an out. Just talk about it.
Dennis Reedy, what are you talking? I definitely think you need to change your first name to what? Why are you saying
what are you talking about?
Dennis Reedy, my old buddy from New York City back in 1975. We worked together at 99X. And he's in Virginia now. He went from New York to Virginia. I'm sorry, man. Get the hell out of there, Dennis. Go back home. But why do you think I should change my first name? I don't understand that.
Well, it's a little bit too late.
Yeah. Well, I did, in a hurry here, send out a message that said, The Lee Michaels. I didn't put show on it. So is that what you're saying? Okay, I screwed up. Let me go back to the post and fix that. So, because Dennis is, Dennis, I think back in the day he bumped his head or smoked one joint too many or something. I'm not really sure.
That could happen.
Yeah, because he used to look like Frank Zappa. He did the long hair and everything.
Oh, cool. Right,
yeah.
The mustache and goatee,
Yep. All right. Let me fix that. Maybe that's what he's saying. I don't know. Okay, so now it says the Lee Michaels Show. We are live now. Okay? So I was trying to bring people to the stream. Obviously, I got him. But he's telling me I need to change my first name. Why? What do you want it to be? George Michael? Michaels? No, hell no. Yeah, some people, are talking about the ESPN thing. What is, I guess, a host on the network. His name is Robert Lee. And they thought that would make some people upset. Don't bother me at all. That's his name. It's either his real name or his stage name. It doesn't matter. But that wouldn't bother me. I mean, hell, I don't like the fact that we celebrate racism. It does offend me that we have statues in public places and we have flags that represent evil. So I'm down with that. But some guy on the radio by the name of Robert Lee, hell, I went to one of the guys I grew up with. His name was Robert Lee. No, it was Edward Lee. So, I mean, but come on. No, that was a boo-boo by ESPN. You can't put that on Democrats. You can't put that on Republicans. That was a dumbass that made a decision in a corporate environment being, I think, oversensitive. But Robert Lee apparently agreed. So what's the beef? Move on. There's more important things to worry about than some guy named Robert Lee that was taken off ESPN's that particular show. He didn't get fired. He just was moved over to something else. So move on. Not a big deal.
No, it shouldn't be a big deal. One part of the ESPN statement release was the fact that they said that this should not be an issue. Mm-hmm. But because of the times we're living in, it could backfire. And I have to agree with them because it's just so strange.
Well, it's a safety precaution.
But Robert Lee, who is of Asian descent,
right,
is a play-by-play announcer. He was going to do the game University of Virginia versus William and Mary on September 2nd for ESPN. And they decided, because of the times we're living in, to remove him, put him on a different broadcast, and go from there, which I have to agree with the statement. If we were living in decent times where people were, because right now I think a lot of people are hypersensitive, and rightfully so, if someone got a wind of Robert Lee being the announcer, you know how some crazy people are. They may come after him or death threats. Mm-hmm. That's the sad thing about it. So I have to agree with ESPN on this one. I think it was, once again, that they stated this should not be an issue, but it is.
I agree. But, more important things ought to be in the headlines.
Yes, I agree.
Kaepernick is being ostracized, blackballed because he took a knee. He kneeled on the national anthem. He didn't take his pants off and say, "Kiss my ass." He wasn't disrespectful in that regard. He didn't shoot anybody. He hasn't slapped women around. He didn't go out in the middle of the field and piss on it. He didn't do anything that egregious. Mm-hmm. What he did was took a kneel. Now he can't play football. I wonder what the other professional football players and basketball players and baseball players feel about this. And the union that represents him and others been very silent. I don't hear them jumping up and down saying, hey, this is not fair. Aren't they supposed to represent the players? The players are paying their dues to be represented. Where's the union? Where's the players' union, the NFL Players Association? Where are they on this? Now, maybe I missed their response. I haven't seen it. Have you?
Me personally, no.
Mm-hmm. Where's that side of the fight? And could this happen to others? And why aren't the players standing up for this guy? Okay, so it's okay when you want it to be okay. You can take a guy down, discriminate against him, not allow him to work in the NFL. It's not like he's a lousy player. He's a good player. And could be a great player. He's still young. He's new at this. But more importantly, Kaepernick is educated. He understands. He was paying attention in the history class. Mm-hmm. Okay? So when you become educated and smart and understand and you can reason, you become ostracized. You become blackballed. When you say, well, this is what I learned in my history class, and I understand it as being wrong, what's going on in America today. And this is my form of free speech, and I think that is wrong. We can't turn it on and turn it off. It's got to be on all the time. We have to have, if it's okay for a bunch of racist people to come out and have a rally with helmets and bats and guns and torches, but a peaceful demonstration lasted all of what? Maybe 2 minutes?
Yeah, if that.
Yeah. And a life was lost and 18, 19 people injured from a jackass that drove a car into the crowd. What is the difference between him and the guy that drove the van into over in Spain? What's the difference? The guy in Spain was a terrorist, right? Well, what is this guy?
You're right. Because people want to become the scales of justice. They want to do what's right and what's wrong. Case in point, the NFL with the management and their respective owners. Unfortunately, Colin Kaepernick is bad for business Now, once again, we iterated yesterday. You can have players who have domestic violence issues, have abused dogs and got second chances. Ones who do drug, alcohol abuse, they can come back and try to get back in the league. So that's okay. So here you have a guy who takes a knee during the national anthem. And let us not forget, when you watch the NFL and you see that flag on the field and jets flying by, they're paying the NFL for that.
That's right.
The military is paying for that time. So he, meaning Colin Kaepernick, is bad for business. If you pick up a Colin Kaepernick, now once again, he is a great player. People forget, he was 5 yards away from going to the Super Bowl that year.
That's right.
A few years back. So he is a great player.
And he came towards the end of the season and made the team a winner.
Yeah, when he was playing for the 49ers.
Yeah.
So he's a great player. It's just that he's bad for business, because if you pick up Colin Kaepernick, you're getting baggage, quote unquote. You're going to get the people going to protest outside in the stadium.
Fine, protest. Like get some big ass signs. Come out there and jump up and down. Be peaceful at it. But let this young man have his shot at what he loves. And come on, man.
Yeah, I know.
Come on.
But they're not doing anything because they don't want advertisers to pull out and it's the money. Everything goes back to the bottom line of money.
But Rush Limbaugh is still on the freaking air. Sean Hannity is still on the air.
They have backers.
They lost advertisers.
Yeah, and advertisers that were there still continue to support them.
And see, here's the thing about advertising.
Mm-hmm.
When an advertiser pulls out of a show like Rush Limbaugh, he doesn't stop paying money to that network. They shift it to a different show. So the network ain't losing no damn money unless they pull completely out. And very few do that because they need to reach the audience. So they'll take it off of one show and put it on another. So understand that, folks. Okay, I've been doing this stuff for 52 years. I get it. I've been in those board meetings up there with the corporate owners, pleading and begging with them to do the right thing. And they don't give a damn about the people. They care about the bottom line. Now, granted, that's what they got in the business to do, make money. I get it. And I like to make a lot of money, too. But at the end of the day, on situations like this, the NFL or nobody else is going to lose any damn money unless that advertiser pulled out completely. So I could see, maybe the games that Kaepernick would be on, maybe Budweiser, and I'm just using them as an example. Mm-hmm. I don't know how they feel about it.
Right.
But a beer company, I'll use it that way. A beer company decides that they're not going to advertise on that game. So the games that he's not playing in, so what's the difference? You see, folks, there are a bunch of spineless people in corporate America. They try to be politically correct, and I get that, and they should be. But sometimes you go a little bit too far. Now, I may be sounding like a conservative right now to some people. But this young man deserves to play football. It's a damn game. And he's not a criminal. And he should not be ostracized, kicked to the curb, and not allowed to play the game. Kaepernick, go outside of the country. Go play with another league in another world. Screw these guys. They don't deserve you. Yeah, I'm upset. I'm really upset at it. There's a lot of teams out there that need a good quarterback. And this guy's sitting on the sideline. I'll pray for you, brother. And you know what? Listen, it's not. Mm-hmm. I'm not supporting and talking about this because he's black. He's half black. But it doesn't matter to me if this is a white guy, a Mexican guy, an Asian guy, or anybody. It doesn't matter. Race has nothing to do with this in my mind, except it has become a racial issue. I'm talking about from fairness. The guy's a good player. He ought to be playing somewhere. Some team in America should have this young man on their team, on their squad. He's proven that he can win. God bless you, little Kaepernick. Stand up, brother. Because if you don't stand up, then nothing will change.
Right.
We just need to get some of those other players to go into that boardroom, go to their owners and say, hey, man, look, come on now. I want a damn Super Bowl ring. And this boy was 5 yards away from winning one.
That's right.
Okay? Mm-hmm. We got a guy here that he ain't performing. And if you don't get me a good quarterback in here when my contract is up, I'm going to be looking. If I'm a free agent right now. So I got to go, You got to listen. I'm one of many members of this team, and I want to win. I want to have a Super Bowl ring on my hand, at least one.
Right.
Let's get some winners on the team. This young man is a winner.
Oh, yeah.
You may disagree with him from, kneeling. Maybe you can ask him not to kneel anymore. And if he agrees to that, and if that's what you need, then okay, fine. Work it out, damn it. Let's go. Let's win. Let's go win. But if I was Kaepernick, I would say, no, man, if I feel like kneeling, I'm going to kneel.
Right.
Slavery is over.
Yeah, but
by the way,
yeah, last we checked, right. But see, it's partial politics the way people view it. Case in point, let's go back to Tim Tebow when he got to the league. Now, he would kneel and pray after a touchdown or whatever the case, and he'll be in the sideline. Okay, that was great. That was good because praying is good. But once again, not everybody subscribes to prayer or religion.
Right.
And some people saying, no offense to Tebow, but religion should not be in sports. So him taking the knee and praying stuff like that, okay, yeah, but and then a lot of people went on and just said, okay, it's okay. Now this man takes a knee for his beliefs, and all of a sudden, he's literally blackballed because once again he's bad for business.
Mm-hmm.
Damn shame. As a matter of fact, former home run king Hank Aaron came out on behalf of Colin Kaepernick. This is what he said as a quote. Says, I think he's getting a raw deal. You look at all the quarterbacks in the league right now, I think you have to say he is 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't think anybody can do the things he could do. I wish somebody would open up and give him a chance to do his thing.
I agree. Bottom line, there's a lot of people on these teams that are less qualified, and it's not to take anything away from them, but, this guy's a player.
Yes, he is.
He's not a chump. He's not a okay player. He's a great player. He needs a shot. Give this young man a shot.
Yeah. This comes from Hank Aaron. For those of you who may not know, a great thing about technology, of course, you always say go Google it. This man broke Babe Ruth's home run record. And there's the iconic part of him when you see him break the record and he goes around the bases, after he hits the home run. In a documentary later on, he said that he thought that he was about to be murdered. Because remember the fan around the field and pat him on the back and shook his hand?
Yeah.
He thought he was going to be taken out. Because he received all these letters and death threats telling him, don't break Babe Ruth's record. So you got to figure all that pressure from racist people and, literally watching your back, and here you go, break the record, and somebody literally pats you on the back. You don't know if somebody's going to take you out or not. That's sad.
That's true. That is so true.
Yeah.
Well, I hope that there's a team out there will reconsider and bring this young man into the game. He does not deserve to be slapped around and disregarded, disrespected. He has the right. If it's okay for the Klan to go out and get a permit to walk up and down the streets with guns on their shoulders and torches and saying evil things against Jews and blacks and everybody else.
Hello.
That's wrong. but that's okay. And I said, no, it's not okay. It's okay for them to exercise their First Amendment rights. But when a young man takes a kneel at a football game, he's treated like a terrorist. And I say that's bovine. What's up, little Frankie?
I agree.
Hello?
Hey, what's up? How you doing?
Oh, hi. Well, I have my own opinion of that, and I agree with everything that you said, except for, I think that the temperature of the world, let alone our country, United States, with all the race stuff that's going on, trust me, I don't agree with any of it, but he's kind of made his bed and you reap what you sow. So if he continues to do the same thing and continues to piss off people, I think people don't want to touch him because of what he has created.
What has he created, little Frankie?
Well, people are afraid now to stand up for what they believe is right to some degree. And I'm talking in the sense of him kneeling. If he kneeled maybe once or twice at the most, that probably would have been okay. But he continued to do it, and it's continuing to, and like you said, I think it's continuing to exacerbate what's already exacerbated. And I'm probably not saying this right because, I'm a youngin', so I truly believe that that's what you said earlier. We don't have slavery. There's no slavery, and a lot of people have.
Forget about the slavery and all of that stuff. Does he not have the right to peacefully protest like anybody else? What did he do outside that is any different than what happened during the Civil Rights Movement? Martin Luther King marched up and down streets in numerous cities in America, and it took that to bring about change.
I've never said he doesn't have the right, but what I'm saying is that there are consequences to all of your actions. There are consequences.
Well, there shouldn't be any consequences to First Amendment. I mean, okay, and let me put it this way. Frankie, if you wanted to go out and stand on the corner and hold up a sign and say, don't eat at this place because they have bad food or whatever, you have the right to do that. As long as you're on public land, you're not on private property. They could run you away from their private property. But that is a form of freedom of speech. And that's what he did. He exercised his First Amendment right. So you can have your First Amendment right, but you can be ostracized, kicked to the curb, not hired because you exercise your First Amendment right. So why is it that he's being penalized and other people who do this are not? And your First Amendment right should protect you. And that's the problem I have.
Well, I think that because of society in general, he's part of the NFL, like football. Football is the American dream, the American way, the American game, and if you're going to do things like that, you're going to upset people for whatever reason. And that reason is because people have an idea of what. Because every time a sports person does something like this, yes, they get penalized because people have this idea in their head that, no, they shouldn't be able to do anything but play the game and shut your mouth.
Well, that's exactly what they're saying. But let me take it one step further. Okay. There's another player who was accused of slapping around his wife or girlfriend. I can't think of his name off the top of my head.
Girlfriend.
Yeah, he was penalized, 6 games? But the local authorities, the cops, investigated this and did not find evidence to charge him. But the NFL exercised their position or took a position that, well, we see it differently, and I think they're really being overcautious. If the police department couldn't find any evidence that he slapped this girl around, why is it that they are penalizing this guy for 6 games? He's not allowed to play. He's not guilty. He wasn't found guilty. He didn't go to court. They dropped the charges because they found some inconsistencies with the claim. So, I mean, that's the way our legal system works. But the NFL says, no, well, we're bigger than that. We're going to go beyond what the civil or felony investigation, the outcome of that. It doesn't matter. So that's dangerous. That is very dangerous. So they can supersede the legal system. Why?
Yes. Because they're accountable to the way that they are looking out into the society and public, and football and NFL has a type of way or you know, what's the word I'm looking for?
Okay. Here's what I think, and this is my opinion. When the cops could not find evidence to book this guy, and they did, I think they did charge him, but then they had to give him his bail money back and everything. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. Here's the bottom line.
Oh, I got the word. Representation. Sorry.
Right. What the NFL should have done at that point. Now, I work for a prosecutor in Illinois. Here's what they should have said. Well, based on the investigation from the police department, they did not find evidence to book or to charge or to take this case to court. So based on those findings, we will allow this player to continue on playing football. However, let it be clear that we do not support, endorse this type of behavior. So to all players, understand that we will stand firm on this type of action. So if you are ever charged and convicted, you will be fired. Plain and simple. Keep it clean. But don't go in and destroy somebody's credibility when there's no evidence to prove that he committed a felony. I mean, isn't that the legal system? But no, well, forget about that. We can do what we want to do because we're the NFL.
Exactly.
But that's not right.
It doesn't matter whether it's right.
But it does. But don't you see the danger in that? So
I didn't say there wasn't any danger. I'm just saying that they you know, each player of any team right now is a representation of that team.
Of course.
Is a representation of the NFL. And so if anything remotely is said, you're screwed.
But that's not fair. That's not. You can't be the judge and the jury too when there's no evidence. What did they investigate something and find evidence that was contrary to what the police department? Then they should have turned that over to the police department and said, well, these are our findings. And then the police would look at that and say, okay, well, no, we didn't see that, but let's go investigate it and see if it's real. They didn't do that, apparently.
Nope.
So the man's not guilty.
Nope.
But he's guilty to the NFL and not allowed to play 6 games. So I equate that to the same situation with Kaepernick. Kaepernick is not guilty of anything other than exercising his First Amendment. And if we're not going to live and respect the First Amendment that says we all have a right to vocalize the feelings, how we feel, I mean, that's what makes our democracy so good. I mean, we have the Second Amendment, the right to bear arms to those who want to do it. And I don't have a problem with it. unless you're going to take up arms and kill people for no good reason. If you want to go hunt, and if you want to use it for protection of your dwelling, fine. You want to go target practice? Blow it up. No problem. But in this society, in this day and time, if I see you walking down the street with an AR-15 on your shoulder, I'm going to be concerned. First thought to me is this guy stable?
First thought to me is run.
Does he have a permit to open carry? Is this an open carry state? There's a lot of questions that come to mind immediately to me.
Well, the temperature of the world these days is different from back in the day. Back in the day when the whole amendment was written, sweetie.
Yeah, they had muskets. An inaccurate firearm. Not semi-automatic or automatic or high performance pistols and what have you. Our forefathers who wrote that law could not see this far in advance. They couldn't. It's impossible. Nope. I mean, hell, who would have thought that there would have been a transistor radio or a color TV? What is a TV? When they wrote the Constitution, what was a TV? There was no word called TV or television. They couldn't foresee that.
Nope.
Impossible. And listen, I'm not a gun hater and all of that. I've fired guns. I've been hunting and all that. I'm not a gun owner. And that's my choice. But if you got a gun and you have it properly registered and you know how to use it properly, I'm cool with that. But I think everybody should go through a mental examination before you're allowed to buy a damn gun. Because, listen, every time some tragedy happens in the hands of a person, they always, well, yeah, he was a little crazy. His mama was crazy. His daddy was crazy. Yeah, well, a bunch of dysfunctional people should not have access to guns.
I agree with that. I totally am. But you know what? That never guarantees anything.
It doesn't, but maybe it will cut down on the senseless, useless killing when somebody walks into a mall or a school and just start shooting people. An amusement park, wherever. It doesn't. Well, I love life, okay? I love living.
Yeah. Yes.
I want to see everybody. That young lady that was run over there in Charlottesville, that was wrong, senseless, angry, crazy people. And but this guy should be called.
They've been angry for a long, long time.
Yes, it's anger that's being passed down. When you're born in this world, down. Right? You don't have angry genes in you. That's a learned behavior. When your mother and father are feeding you, and you're sitting there at the table as an infant, and the conversation at the dinner table, the breakfast table, the lunch table, whatever, you hear messages in your household throughout your life. And then you're beginning to become a hate-filled person. That's where it comes from. From your mama, daddy, your grandparents, it's handed down.
Yeah. And that's always sad.
It is.
Yeah, because I'm going to cut you off real quick. I mean, I was sitting there thinking, and going back to the whole thing about the NFL, there was a player a few years back, I want to say around 2014 or so, Ray Rice.
Yes.
And Ray Rice was caught on videotape at a hotel complex, pretty much beating up his fiance. I mean, he gave her like a right cross, and she was down for the count, literally.
Yeah, that's the one with the elevator.
In the elevator, correct, right? They were in the elevator, and the videotape showed the whole thing.
Yep.
And he was reinstated into the NFL. So once again, whoever's in power divvies out the privileges, and that goes back to NFL owners and the Shields Commissioner Roger Goodell. He's at the gate protecting the owners, so they're going to make sure that always their investments stay intact. But you have a guy in Colin Kaepernick who's, once again, nonviolent, taking a knee, He's trying to express himself.
I'll be right back.
But once again, we can't have that because our advertiser will pull once again. I mentioned before about the military paying for time when you see the flag and everything else. It's once again, I reiterate, bad for business because we're not going to pick him up. Yeah, he's a good player. Yeah, he has a great a cachet of a resume as a quarterback, but financially on the back end, we can't take any chances with him. He has too much baggage. So that's the sad thing about it. I'm first of all, I'm very proud of the rally they had in New York yesterday at the NFL offices, the headquarters. That was cool. And I'm glad we're going to start doing more next to that. But the thing about it is these NFL owners are, of course, tight-gripped about the money. They got a money grip. And when you have a Colin Kaepernick who threatens that money grip, hey, I don't say he has to go, but a certain way we got to make sure that our money grip stays intact.
Well, yeah, and how I feel about that is that we preach this, you have a right to say what you want to say. So when somebody says something and then they penalize them for that, it's kind of a hypocritical stance. And
of course.
I can understand both sides of that, honestly. And he could have stopped because we already know how he feels. But it's like putting it in somebody's face over and over and over and over and over and over again. And with the temperature, like I said, of our country right now, it's kind of like poking the bear. And I'm not saying that I don't agree with him, but that's what he's done, and that's what people are upset about, which they shouldn't, because here we are preaching, oh, you have a right to the Fifth Amendment, you have blah, blah, blah. And so when you speak up, then you get penalized. So it's like a catch-22 or two-edged sword. It's sad. And I understand. And he's a good player. I mean, that's what's sad about this. He's actually a really good player. So they're penalizing him for expressing how he feels. But then there's a point where you need to back off a little bit.
I've always said that. Yeah, you're right. But I've always said that when it comes to free speech, you have to pay for it. And that's what happens in our society, because our society is completely double standard. It's like I can do it, but you can't. It's like, do as I say, don't do as I do. And especially people who are in management, who are owners, because they have a lot to deal with. And once again, like you, I understand that. But you have to. They have to control everything. So what I mean by that is, say for example the 49ers, or say for example any team that gets behind them. So okay, you know what? We support what he's doing. And see, that will squelch everything. Because it's not about the advertisers or the protesters. It's about, you know what? We respect it. We may not agree with it. We respect his right to express himself. Once again, it's nonviolent. He's not, like Lee said earlier, going out on the field and taking a piss on the flag. Nothing like that at all. He's doing the exact opposite. But once again, just because you're quiet does not mean you're loud when it comes to other people's reactions. And there's the reaction of the NFL owners. They do not take a chance on this man because he brings so much of a possible damage to their brand. So he's literally out in limbo. I'd be surprised if somebody picks him up. It'll be great. But the way things look right now, I know it's still early in the season because we're only into preseason right now. And I'm glad people are doing the blackout and not watching these games. I'm not going to watch them, as far as I'm concerned. Yeah, I'm completely. I'm spent.
And I love the Cowboys. And it's going to be painful for me not to watch a game. And I don't even want to know the outcome of the damn game. I'm going to divorce myself from football. I'm done.
Yeah,
that's the only thing I can do as a private citizen. I think it's the two things that they have done in recent time: the Kaepernick thing, and then kicking this guy out for 6 games. For something that he was not found guilty of. Come on.
Yeah.
Right is right and wrong is wrong.
They have to, because because of the fact that it had to do with violence.
But if he didn't if he didn't commit the crime, why are you gonna kick the guy out for 6 games? He was found not guilty. No evidence to prove that he did it. That's what the legal system found. Who are we gonna believe? The NFL?
Well, it's all about how it looks. You know that, Lee.
But okay, trust me. I know how it looks, but if I'm not guilty of the crime, if I'm not guilty,
if they didn't do anything, they would get, oh, wow. It would be worse.
There was not enough evidence to take this thing to court. So says the police department.
It's all about how it looks.
But how it looks.
That's society.
Oh, no, man, we can't go there. We can't go there. We have gone over the cliff. But we're
already there,
we have to put it in reverse because that's not cool. There are people in jail right now for years, 10 years, 15 years, 20 years.
For something they didn't even do.
Exactly. So what is the difference between this and that?
They're not in jail.
Well, they didn't find enough evidence to put him in jail. So, moot point. They gave him his bail money back. Moot point. Not guilty. Not enough evidence, or no evidence to take it any further. They dropped the charges.
Evidence doesn't mean shit because it's
but
all
it does.
About how
it should. It should.
I know. I agree.
Nobody. I don't. Well, if there are people out there that would say that if the NFL came out and did a press conference and said, based on the outcome of the investigation performed by the police department, we are not going to ostracize or keep this guy from playing the game. He was not found guilty. You can't say, well, he was accused of doing something that apparently he didn't do. So you can't put a guy in jail because of the way it looks. He didn't do it. And that's a problem. That's a problem.
But that's what society's
Well, society needs to wake the hell up, and because it
Sherlock.
I tell you what.
Wait a minute. Did she just swear on the show?
Yes, she did. But that's little Frankie. She's a loose goose every now and then.
No, that's not nice. Don't say shit on the show.
Shit.
Okay, ladies, calm down. Now listen, because you're gonna get me out of focus here, and I don't look good when I ain't in focus.
Okay, I'm sorry. You go ahead, Lee. Go ahead. Go with your rant.
But yeah, I got to rant on this because it's not right. Little Frankie, if somebody accused you of doing something that you didn't do,
I just went through that. Yes,
you lose your job because of it.
Yes,
that's wrong.
Yes.
If you're not guilty, at what point do we say, "Oh well, come on"? You say you just went through that. You want to share that story?
I just went through a court battle with these people accusing me of something I didn't do.
Okay. Were you found guilty? Is it over?
Nope. Yep.
Okay. So you should be able to walk in your community with your head up high because what they accused you of doing, you didn't do.
But I can't because it was out there, because somebody already said something. It's like something, okay, without sounding really horrible.
And that's not fair to you.
If you were accused of molesting somebody, then it would literally ruin you.
It would, and it shouldn't. That's my point. That is my argument, right, in this situation. So this guy's credibility has been destroyed because he was accused of something that he didn't do.
Right.
And that's not right.
Right.
That's not right.
I was accused of something I didn't do, and nothing came of it, which was good, but it was out there, and, it was out there, and it hurt me emotionally, and
you should be able to counter-sue them for defamation of character.
Oh God, they did. It was unreal. I mean, I was baffled of how intricate these lies were, and how people can actually lie and make up these stories, these elaborate stories. I you know what? I bow down to them and give them an Oscar performance.
Well, I'm sorry you went through that, little Frankie, because that's not fair. But people,
No, it's not.
People do that. I get it.
Yep.
People do it for whatever reasons, especially in a male-female relationship. If a woman wants to turn her back on a man, and it goes the other way too, and puts you in a bad, negative situation.
But us
damage your character.
You have to understand that us as a species, I'm not talking about a race because I only believe in the human race, but us as a species, that's pretty damn destructive.
Yeah. Yeah, we're screwed up. No question. There's a lot of opportunists out there, male and female.
But I think us as a race, we need to band together and take care of each other.
True. I agree. No argument out of me at all on that note. But I don't think you should be penalized, ostracized, fired, fried, dyed, and laid to the side because someone accused you of something and you were not found guilty. You should be able to go on with your life.
Why do you think the average human always believes the bad before the good?
Because we're stupid. We're not using common sense.
Why do they call it common sense? Because it ain't common.
Well, that's the problem. Okay, my buddy Dennis Reedy is saying, I should change my first name because of the whole Robert Lee controversy.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Get over yourself.
Yeah, he's being funny. He's a character. Yeah. Now I understand what you're trying to say, Dennis. Anyone named Lee should change it. Lee Michaels.
No, because you could be Chinese. Hi, Lee.
Well, the guy is Chinese. He's Asian of some kind.
That's my point.
Yeah. And that was ESPN overreacting. But the caveat to that is they gave him the option, and he says, okay. So he's not affected by it, apparently. It doesn't bother him. So whatever. Let's see. It's about 11:30 here on the West Coast. You're listening and watching the Lee Michaels Show on thepowerofvoices.com, Facebook, YouTube. Did I fire off the Periscope today? Yeah, I did. So we're also on Periscope.
You did?
Yeah. Well, we're scoping. We're scoping and doping.
Cool. Scoping and doping. Okay, that's so wrong.
But it rhymes, so that's what that's all about.
What's scoping and doping?
Oh, just be quiet. Don't ask me any silly questions today, because I'll turn your microphone off.
I'm not asking any silly questions.
I don't have any tolerance for you today.
Why are you getting upset, Lee? See, you need to get laid.
I knew that was coming.
Yeah, because you see, you're backed up.
Frankie, why do I have to go through this? Why? Well, just tell me why.
Tell you why you have to go through what?
This craziness from the other Carol and Carol. Both of them. I think they're twins.
Oh, because they're women.
Oh. And see, you can say that and get away with it. I can't.
Yeah, thank you, Frankie.
You're welcome.
I'd get beat up over that one. But yeah, that's how that goes.
Yeah, but Frankie, look, I've known Lee now for a while, and I'm trying to introduce him to women, but he refuses, and I think he's backed up. I'm trying to get him laid. Because God knows I'm not gonna do it. I don't want him to touch me.
Oh God!
But I think somebody else would.
No.
All right. Well, good luck with that.
Yeah, Lord have mercy.
I think you need to get. They'll do it for you.
I think you need to go get laid.
No, we're not talking about me. No.
In fact,
don't touch me.
Not only do you need to get laid, you need to get laid on a regular basis. I mean, like maybe even a menage a trois or something. I mean,
everybody needs to get laid. Are you kidding me? Everybody needs to get laid. If we were all
do no menage
I think we ought to have a international week of getting laid. Everybody gets gets laid at least once during that week.
No, I don't know. I can't go for that. Don't touch me.
Oh, well, you know, it's people like you, Other Carol, that makes me wonder why people beat frogs with baseball bats.
What in the hell that's supposed to mean?
I don't know.
It means you need to get laid.
Right. See,
No.
you would understand if you were sitting there satisfied, maybe just laying over on your little lounge chair saying, "Oh, yeah, that was so good."
Let me see. Okay,
It's
know
true.
what?
It relieves stress. It clears the mind.
Yeah.
You know, people need to have sex.
Okay, well, let me think about that.
There's
I'll
no
think
thinking.
about it.
It's just doing.
Okay, well, let me think about it. Don't get chastising me. I
Don't
can
get
think if
sassy
I want
with
to.
me, girl.
Yeah, don't do all that. I mean, little Frankie, come on now.
I can get
I'll-
sassy. I have my Fifth Amendment rights.
Yeah,
See?
let me think about that.
See, now you want to use your First Amendment right to allow you to be sassy.
I said
know what,
the
Frankie?
fifth because I
The fifth, or you're going to take the fifth, huh?
Oh, be quiet, Colin Kaepernick.
Who you calling Kaepernick? Me?
I'll call him little Frankie Colin Kaepernick.
Oh yeah. No, she don't support Colin.
I don't support who?
Colin Kaepernick.
Oh, I support myself. That's all I can do.
So what do you got? No, I can't talk about that. Damn.
What do you mean you can't talk? What is it you can't talk about?
I'm not supposed to talk about 45 for a couple days.
You're not?
Yeah, I put my foot in my mouth. I said I wasn't going to do it, but see, the problem is Chris is really taking this to the another level. And I came back.
Really, no.
I came back and corrected the next day. I said I was going to talk about him on Wednesday and Thursday of this week, and then
That's right.
Then Wednesday I came back and said, no, we're going to make it no Trump Tuesday. Every Tuesday we won't talk about him. We'll talk about everything else in the news or what's going on around the world and blah, blah, blah. Now he's holding my feet to the fire because I said it on Tuesday that I wasn't going to talk about it on Wednesday and Thursday.
Yeah, you said that.
Yeah, but I changed it. Can I change my mind? I mean, I want to be
You can do
Tyrone
whatever
Davis,
you want.
damn it.
You have your First Amendment rights.
Oh, be quiet, Frank. He can't change his mind on this one. No.
That's because you don't want to talk about him.
You damn right I don't want to talk about it.
Okay, all right. You got 25 minutes left in the show. Go.
Oh, I can go just by myself?
Yep, do your thing, Chicken Wing. I'm gonna sit back.
You're not going to help.
relax.
You're not going to help me out
No,
just because you want to talk about 45 so much.
Hell nope, as you would say.
Yeah, I do say that.
So I'm gonna sit here with my arms
We can
crossed.
talk about.
I
we
wish
can
I
talk
could
about
smoke a
45,
cigarette,
right?
but I don't smoke. So I'm gonna just sit here and listen to you.
All right.
You
Well,
and
I'll get
Frankie
other
bang
Carol.
at it.
I'll get other Carol, and she'll come in and do the conversation.
No. Leave other Carol alone. Just leave her sit over there.
There's rules now.
Yeah.
Oh no!
See?
Oh no! People,
See?
we just had a shooting in Charleston.
Are you serious?
Yeah, authorities, a disgruntled.
Where are you getting this information from?
Right now in Charleston, South Carolina.
Wait a minute, you're breaking up there. Do that headline again.
Oh, I'm sorry. Charleston, South Carolina, a disgruntled employee shot one person and is holding hostages in the restaurant right now.
Oh man. Well, whether we don't know what the reason for this to happen, so let's wait until we know.
We know the reason. The reason is this country is angry. This country is pressed.
And why? Why is the country so angry? Let's examine that.
That's what. Yeah.
Let's dig into that a little bit. Now,
Okay.
Where'd you get the headline from? I want to make sure it's not fake news.
Oh, Yahoo.
On Yahoo.
I just got it on my feed here.
Let me see. Okay.
It's very sad.
All right. Let's see. But who's the source of that? Because Yahoo is just
I don't
a search
know.
engine.
It just
Let's see.
Did I just lose it? Oh, here it is. Here, I'll give you the feed. Hold on. Dang it.
Shooting in Charlottesville.
Charleston.
Charleston. I'm sorry.
Charleston, South Carolina.
Yeah.
Charleston police spokesperson Charles Francis told reporters the shooter was holding a couple of hostages. Yikes.
This is at a restaurant, huh?
Apparently. Dozens of police officers are rushing to downtown.
Hostage being held. Charleston shooting. Okay, officer. Yeah, it's also on CNN and ABC.
I'm not going to give you fake news.
No,
I'm not Trump.
Yep. I hear you. Well, this is horrible. And
it is. People are not happy, Lee.
And why are they not happy? What's caused them to be unglued? Oh, be quiet. Why is that coming up? I hate that. Damn commercials coming in like that. Stop it. Okay, why are they unglued, little Frankie? What has sparked this craziness? I mean,
let's see. I think that some of what sparks all this craziness is that I believe that everything starts at the home. You know, I really do. I think that this country has lost a lot of its morality. I think it has lost this fervor of family. Mental illness is so high, it's unreal.
Mm-hmm.
Depression is at an all-time high. I mean, look how many people we are medicating on a daily basis. Since 1998 now, it has skyrocketed about 30%. Because I was reading an article about this, and it's sad. We don't accept each other for who we are as a human race. We're so busy judging each other and being scared of our differences instead of learning about our differences and sharing each other. It's sad that we judge people upon their color of their skin or their sexual orientation when we should be looking at each other as full human beings. It doesn't matter.
But when did all of this fire up or get fired up? I mean, it seems that there's like one thing after another here lately. What do you think is the reason for that?
I think that people are not getting their needs met. When you don't get your needs met, and who knows what those needs are? But I believe that if you continue to do a race card or or any kind of card, instead of talking about it and pointing fingers, I think that the way that we're talking to each other needs to change.
I couldn't agree more. I couldn't agree more. But I think it started a little over 2 years ago. I mean, we went through a rough time when President Obama was campaigning and eventually became the president. It was a lot of racist crap that came out.
I know, it was disgusting.
But things had calmed down and cooled out. And then seemingly along the campaign trail from you-know-who, it's like he poured gasoline on a fire and it made it cool, acceptable to be in-your-face, overt racist and all of that. So I'm going to blame him for making it okay to be angry, vocal, visual, and cause hate and discontent. Now, I'll say this. It's not like these people woke up and had a change of mind. They went to sleep every night being racist, bigoted, evil, mean-spirited, hating people, just haters. But we were able to keep a lid on it, at least openly, We had them contained. It seems like it was okay. As a black person driving through the South from the 70s through now, I have seen things change. It's gotten better. But it seems to me that there are some people who want to go backwards to the good old days when the rednecks were in charge. And they're angry because they're losing the grip of control and power, and in some cases money. But many, maybe even most, of the people that we see out there parading around being racist are poor white people. Some of them, maybe some of them, may have some liquidity. And maybe that's the reason they're so angry. But that's not my fault. Why are you mad at me? Why are you mad at Jews or gays, lesbians, transies? I mean, what is your problem, man? Live your damn life. Better your life. Leave me alone. I'm not bothering you. I may be supporting you directly or indirectly. If I go to your gas station and you're a redneck gas station owner in Jiblipi, Mississippi, I'm buying your gas. So you make a few pennies off of me. And I happen to be an African American, a black man. So don't be mad at me. I'm doing business with you. So you should be cool. Don't disrespect me. Don't hate me. You take my money, but do you want to call me the N-word? You don't want me to go to school. You don't want to live in my neighborhood, or I can't live in your neighborhood. You can't have it both ways, man. This is America. Your parents or forefathers or down your bloodline, your family, my family, died protecting the rights of others. And here we are, the United States of America in 2017. And you want to go back to the good old days. You want to take your country back. You want to make America great again. All of these are dog whistles that many people don't hear and understand. What it means is we want to go back to when we were in control, when we used to wear hoods, sheets over our heads, because you were a coward. You didn't want to be seen. Now, the big difference today is the sheets are gone, but they're in corporate America. They're in government. They're in the justice system. And that's not a good thing, because fairness will never prevail as long as there are people with evil in their hearts. And I pray that one day that will change. Maybe not in my lifetime. I lived through it. I was called the N-word. I was not allowed to go to Woolworths and buy a hot dog with chili and a cherry Coke and eat it at the counter. Now listen, I'm not mad at anybody, because that too has changed. I've been shot at. A kid sitting out on a rowboat on the Lafayette River being shot at. Do I hate white people because of that? No. I hate the ignorant people that did it. Not all white people. That person happened to have been white. But I can't put everybody in the same bucket.
You can't.
No, that individual was wrong. I was like 13, 14 years old. Who am I hurting? I'm out there fishing, crabbing, in a little 8, 10-foot rowboat. Not making any noise. I'm not bothering anybody. I'm out there sitting out there fishing, getting a suntan. I mean, what is that?
And my situation, when I'm hearing you talk about you've experienced, and I've experienced it in a different way myself, but the person that I am is a choice, and it's a sad state of affairs that we have to fight peace on earth at this point. The discord and the anger of this country is unprecedented, and it breaks my heart, you know. And I'm blessed that I have a Japanese mother and that I'm South American and my dad's Jewish. I have, like I said said before, I literally have the Holocaust, World War I and II, and Pearl Harbor in my family. I know that everybody has suffered, but if we continue to put that in each other's faces and say, well, no, it's not going to help. We need to start taking responsibility for our own shit.
Well, that's true, little Frankie. You couldn't have said it better. But, right. and yes, we have to let some of the ugly things in our history go. But we also don't need to have it displayed and bring those ugly reminders, in the face of humans today. We don't need to celebrate evil. We don't need to celebrate ugly. We don't need to celebrate slavery. We don't need to celebrate the slaughtering of 75 Native Americans, 75 million. We don't need to celebrate that. We don't need to do that. If we're going to move forward, now it's a part of our history. I'm not saying it shouldn't be taught, but if it's going to be taught in our schools, if it's going to be in our history books, tell the damn truth. Yeah. Don't sugarcoat it.
Right.
Don't make Robert E. Lee a damn hero and others like him. He turned against the United States of America. Mm-hmm. He was on the wrong side of history. He lost.
But see, combined with that, the history you get from your family is also very key. Like, I'm sitting here reminded of I was a kid, and my grandfather told me the story of when he was working construction, and he slipped and fell into a ditch. And the ditch was like 8 or 9 feet deep. And the white co-workers would not help him out the ditch. So you know how, dirt is. You lose traction trying to get back out again. And he had to, fend for himself to get out of the ditch because the white co-workers would not help him get out of it. Now, I'm watching his face, and he's reliving the whole thing all over again. But the one thing he instilled in me, he told me, I hate white people. I don't want to deal with them. I respect them when I go out and do business, but I hate them. But I don't want you to hate white people or other people. See, that's what the message was. Hopefully, it will not be generational. That me at the time being a child, in your lifetime, you had to go through what I went through.
Right.
That's what I got out of it. And it was a very powerful message.
We have to learn.
We don't want to repeat history.
Right.
And we're not going to.
Right.
Because what's happening right now is we know where the cancer is, and we just need to take that cancer out.
Right. I'm getting ready to do this. There's a thing that's been floating around the web, on Facebook especially, where people take a picture of themselves and it tells you your ethnic breakdown. Have you guys seen that?
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. I did that one, and apparently I'm half Viking.
You see, I would love to see some of these Klansmen and alt-right knuckleheads to take this picture and do a DNA test. Let's see who you really are. You might find out that you got some African in you.
Yes, you might be Blackanese.
Wouldn't that mess them up?
Oh, that would. Oh. Well, that happens, of course. Something's wrong with the data, and they'll get it wrong.
Yeah,
I ain't no half Negro.
Right. Yeah, they'll.
All
right. So
you are. All of us have a little bit of us inside us.
All right. I'm gonna do this picture. I don't know how long it takes for it to. I'm gonna look real crazy. Wow.
Well,
Okay, here we go.
I call myself if I get up on the stage and I do my comedic act, I'm going to say I'm a Jazillion.
I'm taking the picture here now. So here
I'm a Jazillion.
All right, I took the picture. I don't know how long. Let's see. It's a used photo. Okay. Mm-hmm. Let's see how this is going to turn out, folks. next. I don't know how long it takes. And then it took me to another page that ain't got nothing to do with this. Oh, that's funny.
What are you doing?
I took a picture of myself it's supposed to analyze your facial features, I guess, and tell you.
Oh, that thing. Well,
yeah.
Just go to the. Let me see. I'll find mine.
Where did it go? Okay.
Mine says I'm half Viking.
All right. 61% East African, 23% South African, 9% German and French, and 7% Native American. All right.
I'm a Viking and Native American.
Okay, so if all of this is true, then I should be qualified to get some of that Native American money because I understand it's what, 6%?
Yeah, man.
Yep.
Give me my money, damn it.
Yeah, East you and Carol, man. You and Carol could split that, man.
No, she had to get her own because she's going to want more than 7%. Oh, you know what? That's a good damn question. I'm going to take a picture of her and see if she's real American Indian. Okay, so what the hell is a East African and a South African? I'm 61% East African. Let me pull up the map on how much time we got here. We got 6 minutes left. Let me pull up
from
a
the
map.
East side of Africa. I'm from the East side, man.
Yo.
Oh, this is too funny. Now, you know what I'm also going to do? I'm going to do the DNA test. And let's see if that says the same thing. All right, so Africa. Let's pull up the continent of Africa.
The motherland.
The mothership.
The mothership connection.
Uh-huh. Okay. All right. Africa. Africa.
You can Watusi your monkey ass back to Mother Africa if you want to.
That's a different kind of spice. It's called Africa.
Africa. Africa.
It's not
Africa.
Africa. It's Africa.
I thought I heard Africa. That sounds like somebody's name or what somebody does to somebody else.
Yeah.
Oh, it sounds like a spice.
No,
it could be.
Africa.
That's paprika. All right, so East Africa. You got, let me go down. Okay, Angola, the Congo, Gabon, Namibia. The hell is that? Never heard of that one. Those are along the east coast of Africa. Cameroon, Nigeria. I ain't no damn Nigerian. Them people crazy. They crazy.
They're cray-cray?
Cray.
Really?
Hell to the yeah. I dated a Nigerian one night.
One night.
One motherfucking night.
Is this the one from New York?
Yeah, man. That's the one that pulled the big old butcher knife out because I was 15 minutes late picking her up. Yeah. Yes, ma'am.
What are you talking about?
I'm telling you. Yep. Liberia, Ghana, Togo. Yeah, I'm all jacked up. and then 23% South African. So let's go down to South Africa. With Zambia. No, it's South Africa. There's so okay. And then German and French, 9%. 7% Native American. Now, see, I always thought, and based on name, I didn't have any of this in the mix. So I'm going to do the blood test, or whatever they do, swab, spit, or whatever, urine, I don't know.
Spit.
Urine?
Yeah, I'm gonna do the test and see what that comes back with. So we'll continue this conversation And see, just
conversation.
Just no, don't bring it. Please, back in the corner.
Okay, I'm
yeah,
sorry. Get back there.
In the corner.
Yeah, get back there, OC.
And just see. Let's see if this picture taking has anything to do with it. And I think it's bovine. What do you think?
Oh, everything on the internet is bovine.
Yeah. All right, so I'm going to share this to my Facebook page so you guys can see what I'm talking about here.
Okay, I'm looking. I'm waiting. I'm on your Facebook page. There's nothing there.
Take it easy.
Slow down, Jim Shoe.
All right, refresh. Yeah, really.
Just call me Jazillion.
Just do a refresh and you'll see it. I wonder what would be different if
you have to call me. Oh no! What? Okay. The White House press briefing right now. Charlottesville attack. Oh, woo woo.
He's trying to get ahead of it now, huh? Jumping on it quickly.
Criminy.
Yeah. Who knows what that's all about? I mean, it could just be some crazy disgruntled employee, yada yada yada. You know. But we'll see in the next 24 hours. We'll know more about the Charleston, South Carolina shooting.
We'll talk about it tomorrow.
Yeah. Well, thank you, little Frankie, for coming in today. You're always
part of the
cast of characters. And Chris, of course. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
All right. So you guys have a good weekend. Today is Thursday, so we're off on Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. Right. We'll be back on Monday.
Take care, Frankie.
Peace.
And no Trump Tuesday, pretty much like we did
today. That would be nice.
You sure about that, right?
Yeah. No Trump Tuesday. We will not bring his name up. We will not discuss anything that this jackass is doing. And we'll just talk about...
He has died.
We'll talk about other stuff in the news and the social world. Thank you so much for joining us and being a part of us. And hopefully we'll get this Facebook plug-in to our video streaming software fixed. I got another email from him telling me to do something else. I'm just going to uninstall the damn thing and start over. That's what I feel like.
Okay.
Yeah. Too many hoops to jump through. All right, take care. Mm-hmm. Peace and love. Share some love. Give some love. Everybody make some love. And things will be all right. Carol, get
That's
laid.
Nice.
Yeah, Carol.
Bye.